Boy, we're calling the boys, but we definitely can do it from open play. Arsenal are through to the quarterfinals. Big up to everybody whose team scored more goals, kept a clean sheet, didn't embarrass this nation, and maneuvering through to the next round. You know, I'm seeing the Parisian fans waving the Chelsea lot goodbye. Spurs got slapped last week. They're definitely going to get slapped this week. Best of luck to you, Liverpool and Manchester City, beating Real Madrid at the Emirates, let alone beating Real Madrid at your home place, let alone at the Bernabeu. It's difficult, isn't it, really and truly? Apologies for myself. Great build-up play and a thunderbolt from Eze. Declan Rice sealed the deal. You know, Leverkusen were doing a lot of this. Not the players, but they were doing the most on social media. The main thing is that we did exactly what we did in the last Premier League game for a while. Win the game, handle business. You lot know my thoughts. If I could pick the Champions League over the Prem for my selfish reasons, I would. For the players and the football club, I think they need the Prem. But we're in it. We might as well try to win it. We dealt with what we needed to do against Everton. We've done what we've needed to do against Leverkusen. Let's be honest, the first leg wasn't the best of performances, and we're through to the next round in it. And all attention and momentum and feel-good factor can now be put into that game on Sunday at Wembley against Manchester City. You look disorientated. Pep, you know, obviously that talks what all the games are on, but he's changing his back four, stupid mistakes. Bernardo Silva doing the most. Hey, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. But the main thing is we're through. I don't think there's anything, if I'm honest, really with you lot, to scream and shout about the game. I just think it was a convincing professional performance. Great build-up play and what led to Eze's thunderbolt. I'm still not over the Eze goal. Lovely finesse finish from Declan Rice. Have to big up David Raya. I'm sure he made a great save. I think Hincapié did well. He might not have scored, but I also think Gyökeres did his thing today. I'm definitely missing out a player. But yeah, all in all, generally a good performance. I don't think Ben White did anything to scream and shout about, but considering Timber is now missing and we're not going to know until Saturday, Sunday, unless any David Ornstein, all them guys want something to, want to let us know. If Timber isn't going to be there, then between Mascara and Benjamin White, one of you is going to take it. I must admit, I did think if Timber wasn't going to be there, owing to Ben White's own injury issues, I actually thought he would have bet on, he would have bet on Mascara, but we did what needed to be done, man. There's nothing more to really add. It ain't really one of them games, people. If I'm completely honest, Kanai had a chance for Leverkusen early on. I'm sure David Raya made a great save, but a convincing professional performance. For all the talk about goals from set pieces, which I'm focusing on Leverkusen's Twitter admin, we scored 3 goals across the 2 legs from open play, so I'm a happy man. In terms of my actual notes, if I'm honest with you, it's like they're playing a back 5. If I'm completely honest, it looked like a 4-5-1 in many aspects. It looked like a 5 at the back. I am going to watch the game again, people. I think the first opening exchanges, we had plenty of the ball. We had a good chance 28 minutes in. I think it fell to Trossard. Trossard hasn't had his shooting boots on. The build-up play, let alone the goal from Eze, set us on our way. At halftime, I think it's another convincing performance where I wouldn't say he's grabbing the headlines. I know he scored a goal, but I think Everton, from what we've seen of Eze in an Arsenal shirt, I think he built on stuff in the Everton game. And obviously, I think he done well here. And again, the Emirates needs to become a fortress. And I think the away fans, the away fans did their thing, but the home fans did their part. And you lot all over the world as well, man. So yeah, man, we did what we needed to do, man. I really don't think it's one of those games to really scream and shout about that. I'm just a happy lad. We're dealing with things. We're ticking boxes. Hey, Juju, Chelsea fan, come outside. Come outside. What happened? What happened? Man, gassing up the start of your. Where's Cole Palmer, lad? Where's Cole Palmer, lad? Walk off for João Pedro, bro. Walk off for Caicedo. Walk off for your racist don, Enzo Fernandez. What happened? You got bopped by PSG. Even when PSG bopped us, we didn't get done up like that. We got done up by the real G's. Dembele and Fabri Ruiz and whatnot. Big up Carrot Skeeler. Man are getting done up by these AI dons. Is it Mabulu, Mabuku, whatever the PSG guy is? Wallahi, nobody's seen him kick ball. I've seen him score against Spurs. I've seen him score against you. He'll be at Leo in a couple of years, man. Agendas must agenda. You lot were sitting there talking about champions of the world. Come outside, you. Manchester City, come outside. Spurs, make sure you turn it around. Please, make sure you turn it around. Liverpool, make sure you turn it around. Because I, for one, would hate to be any team but Arsenal at this moment in time, man. You get me? It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. I damn well don't want the entertainment. It's boring. We're just pulling up and doing what needs to be done, man. So, yeah, simple business. What are you lot saying? Smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts. PSG won the battle but lost the war. We got the trophy. My brother, they won the Champions League. Would they trade their Champions League trophy for your Club World Cup? Nope. Would you trade it for the champs? You're a damn lie, even though you got 2. I don't want to hear that. Type that without crying. How's your name Juju and you ain't bang no black magic for your team, dickhead? Anyways, put some respect on Eze's name. Eze was doing his thing today and he looks like he's building some confidence, which, again, we're never going to see our attackers in full flow. We're never going to be amazing in what's left of this season. But if they can do the job, if they can have some convincing performances or go through some purple patches, Bob's your uncle. Just get this thing over the line. We can defend. We can score from open play. And hey, we must be boring because we're one of 3-4 teams in the world that have scored plus 100 plus goals. We're third for open play in the Premier League. You know about the low blocks we face. You know how high our line is. You know what we do from set pieces. If anyone's anti-football, it sure as hell ain't Arsenal. And I bet you will swap places because I don't want no entertainment that certain other British teams are doing. I badly want the Champions League. I don't really rate our chances. I do think we'll deal with Sporting Lisbon, but we need to stay humble. I also think Zubamendi had a good game as well. You know, onto the guy, and by all means, get onto him when he deserves it. But talk to me about Zubamendi. Zubamendi, Eze, Rice did well. Hincapié, I think he did well. My centre halves when called upon. All in all, I think everybody did well. I'm not going to lie. Saka, still kind of pissing me off with certain things you're doing. Still kind of struggling in that regards, but it's not about the individuals anymore. It's just about getting through. And you know what, Saka? I've said it. Whether we win, lose, or draw, you're scoring on Sunday. And even shout out to Bukayo Saka. What's that? 305 appearances at the age of 24. Crazy. SI and Lynch, one love, man. Put some respect on Eze. Eze vibes in, man. Listen, Eze, keep doing that. Because when you look at it in the Premier League, he's actually up there for shots from outside the area. And we don't have that too many times in an Arsenal shirt. So, Eze, if you want to keep doing that, please do, man. Beautiful game. 2 brilliant goals from open play. You big up yourself, man. Right, big up the members, them. Just let Eze vibe as the 10 going forward. Man is unreal when he can just roam and attack as he pleases. Looks a lot more confident. As I said, Everton, from what I expect of Eze or what I wanted, I don't think it's anything to scream and shout about. But whether I agree or criticize him or think he's been playing well, from what we've become accustomed to, I think Everton and Leverkusen both at the Emirates, Eze, because I don't think it's a game to be waffling about how good you are with 90 minutes. But I would say generally Eze this season, I think you done well against Newcastle. There's obviously, I think Newcastle, Atletico, Bayern Munich, you did very well. And I think you got an assist against Bayern Munich and whatnot. And you was unlucky against Newcastle. But Eze in an Arsenal shirt, it's been moments, in it, and he's had some great moments. Set up great assists against Bayern Munich, fantastic against City, the 2 North London derbies. But we more want to see more across 90 minutes. And he looked confident. The simplicity in his game was there. He was more of I use the term threat subjectively, but you know what, better yet, he was more prominent across the 90 minutes, in it. So I'm laughing. Hyper appreciate you. Where you been, man? You've been missing. KS, my guys. Unks, one love. Big up American Gooner. Big up DG. Great game for my team. And this is what we need. It's a bit of, scoring goals is always great. Winning games is always great. Obviously, we can't let it, bordering into complacency and things of that ilk. But it builds momentum. It keeps the feel-good factor. We're making changes when the time comes. Everything's just moving well. And what's left of this season, we've come far. Whatever we think about the team and we're not happy or we're happy about this, we've got a fantastic platform. You got to be in it to win it. On paper, we're in all 4 comps. Do I think we're going to do the quadruple? No, but we're literally, prior to today, there was only 2 teams in Arsenal and City that could do that. We're the only team that can. Now, all we can do is put the left foot in front of the right, deal with what's in front of us. We done what we need to do against Everton in the Premier League. The Premier League's almost irrelevant until after the international break, or in fact, the second game after the international break. But cool, great, Max Dowman, all that stuff. Everton at home, done what we needed to do and address the sins of the first leg, in my opinion, against Leverkusen. Done what we needed to do, maneuvering into the quarterfinals. Get this League Cup on Sunday out the way, and keyword over the line. Back to the FA Cup, where Southampton's concerned. St Mary's is a bit dodgy, but win that. Premier League, just win the games now. They, as much as it's about tactics and dynamics and this and that, it's all just about grabbing 3 points now. It's genuinely just about that. That is the point we're at this season. Good evening, DG. Hope you're having a good day. I am Hayden. One love, and right back at you. What a result onto Sunday. How we feeling? Back again with the madded questions off the rip. What questions, man? Get them in. DG, we can really kill City's confidence by beating them this Sunday. And you know what? A lot of the conversations are now going to be filtered around, less games for City. They're out of the Champions League, regardless of if they win or lose. They will have less games like us because the League Cup's coming to an end. Is that going to make them better? More time to train, get together and whatnot? Obviously, depending on how the for or against both Arsenal and City on Sunday. What does that mean? Not just for the obvious getting over the line and winning the trophy, but what does that mean psychologically moving forward? Because after the League Cup final, we've obviously got them at the Etihad. Again, I don't want to lose the League Cup final, but Liverpool lost the League Cup final and then won the Prem, so it'd be interesting. Eze's goal was cold, bro. I want this League Cup so bad. It will break Pep. Man's gone aside of spec. Way off subject. Thoughts on the Morocco situation. Dickheading, bro. Dickheading. No matter what they do, Morocco, you never won AFCON. Senegal won. Less of that. You were on top form on TalkSport. Appreciate you, S, man. I don't think so, Standard performance, man. I think it was a standard one for myself. 5, 6 out of 10. It's like I'm a footballer in, the December category. I think I'm 6 out of 10. I was tired anyways, and I was just calm, man. Like, not everyday war, man. But no doubt we're going to go to war tomorrow. We're definitely going to go to war on Sunday. So, yeah, it is what it is. I also want to make sure, again, Gyökeres, I did state that I think he had a very good game. Gyökeres performed that Eze bomb going to get a will for the rest of time. Only thing I would have done different is giving Rice a breather. Maybe saved his legs a bit, but I'm not being funny. Like, going into the game, it's the Champions League. Leverkusen equipped themselves well in the first leg. It's the Champions League. It's one of the biggest games of the season. Bro, Rice needed to go out there. Maybe if we had a squad, I don't know, I'm making things up, but you had Zubamendi, who had a very brilliant game again. Like Everton, no one's making enough noise. But if we had, I don't know, Zubamendi, Tonali, Rice, Gomares, then maybe I could entertain that. But Happy Norgard got some minutes. And if I remember rightly, Miles Lewis-Skelly, literally a minute. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, man, I'm sure Miles Lewis-Skelly came on. Yeah. I mean, Arteta used all 5 subs. Martinelli, I think Martinelli was all right. I think Mascara had a decent cameo. Big up Norgard, Kai, and obviously Miles Lewis-Skelly. When last did we see Gabriel Jesus? FA Cup, innit? Or was it before? Yeah, it was the FA Cup. He's pissed off Mikel Arteta. But yeah, they're 5 at the back, 3 at the back. It didn't work. We had a better performance. I think we moved the ball a lot quicker. I think there was more invention and intention. Obviously, in terms of quality in front of goal, it weren't really there. But I don't think we were scared to shoot. Like, looking at it now, we were the better team. Like, I don't need statistics. We were the better team. It was a professional, comprehensive performance, as stated. We had 20 shots. They had 10. They had 2 on target. We had 13. When was the last time we had double figures on target? Which is mad. We had 10 corners. Obviously, it weren't to be. And obviously, in the 36th minute, just before half-time, more or less, Eze scored. The hour mark, Rice has scored. Other than that, we've handled business, in it. Big up David Raya for his save, if I haven't said that enough times. Arsenal, we are lonely at the top, and long may it continue. Professional job done. Now, Social Joins is a difficult man to please. You see Brighton score a set piece, bring their manager out. My house still shaking from the Eze goal. Eze goal, Raya save, Rice goal, Gyökeres, Zubi, Hincapié performances. Great night. Facts. We got the trophy. It's criminal. Brighton won with a set piece and part of the bus. Shameless. Zubi had a good game. He pushed us forward. Bro, they need to make noise on my guy Zubi because they're lying. He's had a brilliant season. Of course, he's had a bit of a wobble. Everton, he was cold. Today, he was cold. He always turns it on the Champions League. The only time I'm scared for Zubi is when it's them typical British games, like end to end. And I think when you look at where we dropped points, at Aston Villa away, he was shit against Man United. He made a mistake. We beat Spurs, but he also made a mistake. The typical British games, I think we need to give Zubamendi a year to, okay, this is the Premier League. When it's a chess match, he's in his own world. This is why, for me, if you bring in another midfielder, obviously a left winger, a striker, and a defender, and anything else the gaffer wants, we're laughing. Big up GG. Got that City and Spurs fan shattered. Bro, that City fan on TalkSport was absolutely rattled because he mentioned Arsenal. I was like, we're living rent-free. Obviously, there's 4 screens. See, I'm looking at the laptop now. If you imagine there's 4 screens, I've seen the City goal go in, and I've reacted. And he's like, well, you said I'm living rent-free. I was like, mate, I've just seen the goal go in. You need to focus, bro. You need to focus. They were trying to mind games me as well, talking about, oh, yeah, the league's done and whatnot. I hear that. I hope you as a Man City fan and other outside noises, I hope Pep Guardiola and the players feel that way, and it makes my job easier. Until it's mathematically confirmed that nobody apart from my football club is the Premier League winners, it's all to play for. Left foot in front of the right. Keep working hard, trying to be better than we was yesterday, man. Eze made me raise eyebrows today. How much you miss players like Eze looking up whilst dribbling. Saka is playing blind right now, just hitting the ball at everyone. Yeah, Saka's meaty. Eze is like reggae. His own time, and just let him do his own vibe. Yo, DG, what's good? Came back from the game. Eze's goal was brilliant. It was right about spring. Eze. Hincapié was my man of the match. straight lock off on his side. Big up Hincapié because he's taking his opportunities and running with it. And between you and Calafiori, and I know we ain't seen him do much this season, but when Miles Lewis-Skelly's involved, it's decent, innit? But yeah, man, there ain't really nothing to scream and shout about. As Terry is saying, Arsenal, 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 Arsenal. Saka's pace goes all into his press. He's one of those players. I hear that, but he's just playing media. I think his confidence, I don't think his confidence is a relevant factor today, but naturally, in the same way, I feel like if he was having a great goal scoring season, everything's just flowing. It's on your left foot. You're taking a touch, banging it. You're thinking obviously about what you're doing, but you're not thinking too much. Naturally, not just him, a lot of players, you know, you look at Gyökeres right now to his early stage. You've got to be thinking too much. Oh, should I go down the left? Should I go down the right? There probably is an element of forcing it. Sometimes you just have to accept, listen, my form is not there. Can I just make it happen? And I think that's it with Saka. I hope for some strings of decent performances. I can hope for a purple patch. I therefore hope in, you know, because it's only getting worse in the Champions League. Like the games are only getting more important. You know, that crunch time in the Prem. Obviously, we've got a final on Sunday. We hope Saka can, you know, score a goal or have a convincing performance that uptakes performance in it. But we just got to get over the line, man. Who's stopping us from the quad? To be fair, as Arsenal fans, we know ourselves. Listen, as long as it's still on, we keep fighting. But I don't look at the league table. I don't know what's going on. I don't know about quads. Let's just left foot in front of the right. Try and win every game from now to the end of the season, especially in cup competitions. Get the Prem over the line. And maybe it won't just be one trophy, but two, man. This Leverkusen team is nasty. Back six, staying compact. They play the same, win or draw. Perfect setup that don't expose their defenders. And we're used to that in the Premier League. Today, we found a way. The clean sheet was nice for the mentality also. Football's decided that both ends. Anytime you can score goals, keep clean sheets, and lock down midfield, you're right, my friend. Hincapié didn't even care. It was his former team. Man just mashed away. You can't afford to bowl them, man. They are South American. You ain't got time to do that. As Rob said, has everyone hit the like button, people? Feel sorry for rivals. They can't even deny anymore. They're breading. I don't want their breading. A lot of rivals are doing this. Fair play Arsenal. Jamie Carragher, your breath stinks. Don't think you're one. I've been telling man you're scared of Omri. Normally you're on CBS. You have to step correct on Sky Sports. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear about Gary Neville. I don't care if Gary Neville said, oh, Arsenal are going to... The last few years he's been saying win the league. He's doing the chameleon thing. You think you can bandulu me and say, oh, yeah, Arsenal winning the league. So when I'm chatting shit about Arsenal, you can't call me and say I'm running an agenda. Shut your mouth, bro. Shut your mouth, bro. I don't want no ratings from no one else. Arsenal, let's just make sure we end the season with silverware. Put the silverware on the table. Hey, if we're boring, we're anti, we're this and that. You don't have those conversations. Win is win, lose is explain. You lot, what time, you know, if you're flying over from this country to this country or you're in this country, what time you man at the parade? That's all I'm trying to hear. I ain't trying to hear nothing else, man. This team ain't losing. Look at that defense. Look at that keeper. Bodo got slapped. I need to watch that. That was on at TalkSport. Bodo got slapped. Obviously, it's not going to get the hype respectfully. It's not quite Liverpool coming from behind or Barcelona when they did it or, you know, Real Madrid whenever they did it. But big up Sporting Lisbon and Gyökeres is returning home. Sporting Lisbon, they did a madness. Bodo Glint, in my opinion, got stage fright watching the game. Like I've seen you players ball and you was probably owed that in it, but they look like they got stage fright. They look like they were shook. And they just looked like, you know what? It just looked like the 12th man was making a lot of noise and feeding Sporting with some energy. CAF let themselves down today. Keeper was on it tonight. Team was closing off passing lanes and pressed them back. They wasn't able to get their game at all. We controlled onto the cup final. Senegal took the piss though. They left the pitch for like 15 minutes and came back out and won. Man, Senegal the champions, bro. Senegal the champions. Big up DJ. I hope TalkSport dropping the back for you as well. Appreciate you, my boy. We should all be very happy with this team. Eze is coming to his own. Rice never going to want to leave a champ's pitch. Bodo Glimp out. This cup is ruthless. And they were probably, I wouldn't say the neutrals' favourite, but the team everyone kind of would have rallied behind, got behind. You know, everyone likes an underdog unless it's our team. So not that I need them, not that we need them to gas up our thing, but you get the point.